Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Hassan. I just came here to tell a story to Khalid. He's a brother, and I think it's important for a brother and another brother to talk about something quite real. If that's okay, Khalid?
Definitely.
Yeah, you cool with that?
This is Somali speakers, you know how it is.
Let's be honest. We're gonna be honest. Nothing but the truth, even if it's against ourselves.
Yeah, we have to speak up about the truth.
All right. So, Khalid, 3 days ago, my brother was killed in Somalia by a force. You know what it's like up there.
Yeah.
He was a year younger than me.
Yeah.
Khalid, he was 25, boss. He had gone up there
Yeah.
and he couldn't come back.
Yeah.
He was stuck.
Yeah.
Since 2015, he was stuck, right? So you count back, how many years has it been now, 2015 to 2021?
That's about 6 years.
6 years he was stuck in a place of no return, really. 3 days ago we had news
Yeah.
that he was killed.
Yeah.
And, you know, I thank God from him who come, to him who shall return. I have no fear of death anymore. And I'm going to go on this path now and die on it myself also. I have absolutely no fear.
Yeah.
You know something, Khalid, I see you as a brother.
Yeah,
You
man.
come from those lands over there.
Yeah.
Some people hostile, some are not.
Yeah, my
What's
brother.
truth, what's falsehood
Yeah.
is really deterred.
Yes.
It's really blurred.
Yeah.
And you know the truth about that place. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
you can blame the devil as much as you want,
Yeah.
but the people there themselves are the actual issue to themselves.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
The devil just laughs from outside.
Mhm.
They just watch the play. They're playing the games and me, I, we, you against me, us and them mentality.
Yeah.
Splitting that place up, tearing it apart, and God gives them a drought now and again and forces them out back home to Kenya. That's where I was born.
You're born in Kenya.
I
So
was
you
born there.
are Somali of Kenyan you're Kenyan citizen of Somali descent.
God
That's
knows
right.
my descent is from Persia and Oman,
Yeah.
from my father's line.
Yeah.
My mother came from up north there. My grandfather came from Yemen.
Yeah.
Traveled down Somalia,
Yeah.
and he made his way down to Malindi.
Malindi.
Malindi is not far from Mombasa, where my dad was.
Yeah.
My mum and my dad divorced 3 months later. Talk. A lady's come in Mombasa. You could really, she's lovely, young.
Yeah.
Marry her.
Yeah.
He went and saw this lady,
Yeah.
the back of her,
Yeah.
and left the place and married her.
Yeah.
Here I am.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, right?
Alhamdulillah.
God be praised. Now, back to my brother. He died in combat with a force weapon now. I don't know who killed him.
Yeah.
Alright? We don't know who killed him. We're gonna know, maybe in this life, maybe not. But certainly on the day of judgment, right?
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask, what is your opinion on the situation? And now you've heard my news. What do you think? Your thoughts and feelings. God is judge, witness, Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakeel, and He is a witness between us.
Yeah.
Nothing but the truth and be honest, that's all.
First things first, I like to say, Allah ya Rahman Rahim. You know?
Which means?
Which means, go back, I think it means return to Allah. We belong to Allah, we return to Allah.
Inna lillahi
Yeah,
wa
that's
inna
in
ilaihi
there.
raji'un. Yeah.
God rest his soul. The best way to put it, you know, my lack of deen is very, you know, the ones, yeah, but I just wanted to say condolences to you and your family.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Second thing, on the situation at hand, you said that he lived up near, is it Garissa?
Far away, I think. Northern Kenya, southern border. Yeah.
The borderline. We've been covering it on the channel. There is a border dispute. There is horrendous stuff going on. So just not him, and amongst all Somalis that, you know, anyone that's dying in that region. I just wanna shout out to. No, I'm alright.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Because, you know, the mic's gonna pick up my voice.
Will it put your voice as well?
Yeah, the mic's already. That's for you. That's your speaker.
Yeah.
So Hassan.
Yeah.
That's how I just wanted to say first. Again, it was a tragedy that was happening to a lot of young Somali brothers and sisters in and part of that region. we blame? I don't know who to blame.
No. I'm not here to blame. I'm not here to play the blame game.
Yeah. What are you here for?
I'm here to understand and split truth from falsehood, okay?
Okay.
There's a lot of bullshit going on over there.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day,
what do you know what's going on over there?
I know there's a group called Al-Shabaab, which means
The youth.
the youth, yeah? Al-Shabaab means the youth. What the youth want, you probably know about more than me, because the politics I know, more English politics and European politics, not much about the East African politics as much. I know Eastleigh, 1 billion every year the Somali community create there. They're great. I'm in love with these Somalis, simply because they've enriched Kenya. I find the new children of Israel, with regard to spiritually, the children of Israel, just because the children of Israel, many of them disappeared, and many of them settled, and yes, they felt that maybe their cousins and their tribes lost their way, and they just left, settled elsewhere, dispute and all that, it happens, and I feel the Somalis are one of those lost that have come back home, and we've got to cherish them as a Muslim community. They are a diaspora, they don't have a homeland. That enough should say.
No, we actually kind of do have a homeland.
Homeland that's bombed and pieces in fragments. This is what the devil's always wanted. Now, they don't have a homeland to call home with a proper government and peace, stability. We should, as Muslims, I believe, do as Kenyan done. Take them in, feed them, let them be, create business, and put them into politics, positions of power. And we have done that in Kenya. They've now owned estates, wealth, prosperity, they're prospering, they're flourishing. They have their own police force. They're diplomatic, they have their own economy. They have all three pieces of fundamentals of a nation, an empire. A force to be reckoned with, an economy to trade, and diplomacy to communicate and go around with something of worth. Yeah? Now, something to show, produce. Products. Now, in the UK, I feel they've also shown their worth. You know, I went to Austria and I saw them there. And it's funny. Somalis are not the same in Austria as they are in the UK. Okay? I went to the cafes over there. It's hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing when I told the story. I said, Somalis in Bristol. I'm Bristolian. I've been with them for a while. I know them. They are so loud in the cafes here. Oh my God, they're loud as hell. Go to Austria and find them. You'll see them quiet as mice, just like the Austrians. You'll see them well disciplined and straight. You'll see them not lacking, but very, 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 very disciplined.
Isn't that a product of your environment?
Now, you're a product of the environment, and it applies to the Somali people too, and they're proof. I was debating with my brother, is it genes or is it environment?
It's environment.
Is it blood or is it environment?
Exactly.
Are you chosen because of who you are or what you've done? Are you chosen who you are, birthright, or what you're going to do as a potential? Is it your genes, your blood type, your phenotype, your genotype, or is it your actions and records is why you've been saved, chosen, and uplifted up to the ranks? What is it?
What do you think?
I was given my, I think the Somali speakers would like to know you first. Since they're your followers, it'll be interesting to give it to them.
But what do you think, though?
I know what I think, and I'll tell you exactly after you tell me what you think. Because it was my question, right?
Yeah. Your question just answered itself. I think it's a
rhetorical
question. When you said the latter,
isn't
it your actions?
No, there's an answer. There's an answer.
But isn't it your accolades that determines you?
So you believe it's your accolades that determines who you're chosen, ranked?
Because no one could choose who they're born to. That's not a choice.
No, God chooses man.
No, but over other men. You said chose.
Yeah, chosen ones.
You can't choose whatever your bloodline, your phenotype. You don't choose that. That's a choice that you don't have, right?
Yeah.
But you choose who you become.
Right.
Yeah. So isn't that answer? It doesn't answer yourself.
Go ahead. What's that?
You're gonna see.
So the answer.
You go back into the camera.
Yeah.
And I don't even edit, so I'm gonna leave everything as we speak.
Real, uncut, uncircumcised.
You know how it is.
All right.
You know how Somali speakers do
it. No, go ahead.
So, brother Hassan, like I'm saying to you, can you just answer that question? So that's why I feel like there's no point of answering it.
Yeah.
you alluded to the second part of your
You see,
question.
okay, let me tell you the fundamentals.
Didn't I answer it? So.
Yeah, let me tell you the fundamentals of questions, rhetorical. If they're rhetorical, or if you feel they're rhetorical, because I didn't feel that was rhetorical. I wasn't mocking you, I wasn't trying to put you in an argument or undermine you.
No, I didn't feel like that. You asked me a choice, and I said, didn't the second part of your answer clarify the answer? So shouldn't that be a point for me to speak?
In my opinion, it didn't.
Huh?
So it needs answering.
Yeah. So it's your second. Did I answer it for you?
No, it didn't answer it, in my opinion.
Okay.
It didn't answer it, no.
So you asked me, does your phenotypes and where you're born into and who you're born into, your
blood,
DNA,
yeah.
does that determine the person you become? I said, no, your choices do.
No, I said, does it determine if you're chosen special or not? Basically, that's what I mean. God chooses man because of genes or environment.
I don't know how to answer that, to you. I said, I'll lie at me.
Alright, good.
I'll tell you
that's the proof that he is not egotistic. He is humble. I'll tell you the answer, God willing, in the end. But I was debating with my brother the same question, and he said to me, "It's in you. You're born, whether or not you are or not is determined already by your blood." I said, "Be careful."
Carry on.
Yeah.
Carry on, man. Yeah.
I'm waiting for it.
How about your tongue?
No,
I'm trying to remember the story.
No, just wait until fully attentive.
I don't want to say it. Oh, carry on, brother.
So, basically, I had an argument with my brother a little bit, going back and forth, just friendly. I said, be careful, to say that you're born birthright, that determines your position, that determines your rank, that determines your status, that determines your destiny, is a very dangerous idea. Evidence to which the children of Ishmael and the children of Isaac. The children of Isaac, they truly believed that they were chosen. From Jacob came the 12 tribes. And from the 12 tribes of children of Israel, they believed they were the chosen ones. And Isaac was the chosen one. Birthright, he was the chosen one. And from this, they done a lot of wrong. One of which, changing the word of God, lying against their cousin, causing war and allying against the monotheists with the pagans. I told him it's a dangerous idea to believe that God chooses you and gives you rank only because of your birthright. No. It's because of where you come from, how much you've suffered, and what potential you have within, and what you've been doing. You understand this? So, to believe that you're chosen because of what you were born with, who you were born with, your father, your lineage, that's where ignorance in Arabia came from, right? So, how can you believe that somehow by birthright, you're chosen to be a blue blood, you're chosen to be, ranked? Likewise, by the Somalis' actions, by the Somalis' deeds, by their fleeing their country from persecution and refugee, they came to lands unknown and made a name for themselves by using this and sticking together a unified code, following a code of ethics and a creed. Every single place you see where Somalis are, I bet you there will be this few that are successful more than the natives of that land. And remember, Somalis came with nothing but clothes on their back. Alright? That's 1991. Black Hawk down, the government being destroyed, etc., etc. They're tired. What's my contention? I don't have anything to argue. What's my message? My message is we must understand who these people are and not see them as enemy and do to them like Kenya has done to them. And be to them as Kenya has been to them, because they are the new children of Israel. These people called Somali people, right? They're like the new children of Israel.
Do you consider yourself Somali?
My father's from my mother's side, maybe. You know what I mean? They're all one kind of genetic. If you took my genetics, I won't be surprised. Okay. But
when you say we, these people, and then I'm Somali, and then you just
but we are surrenderers first.
Surrenderers.
Surrenders to God's will.
Yeah, I'm a Muslim.
Right?
Yeah, obviously.
God said to Abraham, surrender.
Yeah.
Abraham said, I surrender fully my whole being to the Lord of the world. Alright? First of all, we're surrenderers. Those who succeed surrendering become the faithful. You are not yet faithful.
Me?
You are a surrenderer.
Yeah.
That's what God says to the surrenderers of that time of the Prophet. Peace be upon him. Yeah?
What prophet are you talking about? Muhammad or Ibrahim?
Yeah, the recital of Muhammad. Peace be upon him. Yeah? Now, we're surrenderers first.
Yeah.
Those who transcend and become faithful, God raises them above the ranks, right? But when we say them, I mean we the surrenderers. Those who've surrendered our will, like Abraham surrendered his will. Does that answer your question?
I didn't answer your question.
Does that answer your question?
I didn't answer your question.
Sorry?
I didn't answer your question.
No, does this answer your question?
I didn't answer your question though, my brother.
You didn't ask a question?
I didn't answer your question.
You asked, what do you mean by will?
I just made a statement.
What was your statement?
Huh?
What was your statement?
I was just clarifying what you were saying. That was my statement.
What was the clarification, sorry?
Huh?
What were you clarifying?
I was just trying to clarify what your intent is of this whole conversation that we're having.
Yeah, so...
Because I was just baffed, you know the bit with it, you know when you're saying we, the children of Somalia, and you don't say we, and then you say we.
Yeah,
would the audience be confused? Is
yeah,
it
the
we
audience,
because this is Somali speakers.
Yeah, Somali speakers.
They look at you phenotypically, they're thinking you're Somali, 1 minute you're saying you're not, 1 minute you are.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
I'm not phenotypically like yourself, yeah? But genetically, although we're different tribes and nations, we are surrenderers, making us one. When I say we.
Okay.
You understand that, Somali speakers?
Yeah.
You know, it's not too difficult, I hope. This is layman terms. I'm not trying to be complex.
Yeah.
That's not my intention to come here to be complex. Yeah?
Okay.
I want to keep it simple. We, surrenderers, Muslims.
Okay.
Alright? So, as I said, we got to make sure we take these people and allow them to be forefront of the God conscious. At the end of the day, they have suffered a lot, come through a lot. To be honest, I find them like the Americans, African Americans, Black Americans, they're some of our strongest surrenderers, our strongest allies, strongest of the strong. You usually get these kind of people when they come from some of the harshest conditions, hardest backgrounds, and really pitiful story, you know. When you come as refugees, it's natural. You come with nothing and you have to build in a home where you'll be targeted by the populace, they may see you as other, and it happens here. I know in Bristol, Somalis are very much othered, very much a lot of skepticism with the Somali population. But one thing they're not is, I hope, they're not racist. I hope. I know some Somalis are very racist, are very tribalistic, and it comes from the Middle East. This tribalism is what I want to come to recite. Can I recite something for Somali spoken?
Go ahead. Feel free, man, Hassan. Feel free.
وَلَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ مِنْ صَلْصَالٍ مِنْ حَمَإٍ مَسْنُونٍ وَالْجَانَّ خَلَقْنَاهُ مِنْ قَبْلِ مِنْ نَارِ السَّمُونِ, which means, and verily we created humankind out of clay, dried up, from altered, fashioned, molded black mud.
Okay.
Yeah? And a fair time ago, we created the genie from smokeless flame of fire. Yeah? Now you see, the two creations by one, you would think that God would say, we created the genie first and then the mankind. But he makes you look at who we created first, chronologically, follow it along. Man comes first, from clay. But it's cakey, God tells you first. And then he talks about the genie we created before him. You see the order? Do you understand what God is trying to do here? From really stinking mud, right? Black molded mud from clay, dried up, molded into shape, and then you hear, and we told the angels to, I'm going to create a man from clay of black mud, molded into shape. When I breathe the spirit into him, bow, prostrate, bow. And they all bowed, except Azazel, who we call Iblis. You know, God says, what's up with you, Azazel? Why aren't you bowing? He says, I'm not going to bow to someone who you created out of clay, dried up from black mud, molded into shape. Get out. Get out of here. You are of those rejected. You are a reject. Red then quickly replied, wait. Give me respect. Give me some time. Don't reject me yet. Don't curse me yet. Don't reject me yet. Don't condemn me yet. Don't doom me yet. Until the day of resurrection. When they're brought back to life, yeah? And it goes on and goes on and it goes on and it goes on and it goes on. Of course, it's the inception of man, right? What I'm saying is this. That's where we come from. When you see a man, okay, with an incredibly, like, the Nilotic people of Africa, yeah? They're tall, very black, very tall, very thin. Think before you discriminate. Before you say something and utter something that's in line with what Azazel said, right? And this comes from the Somali community sometimes, and it does come from the non-Somali community too. We know this, racism is rampant, and, you know, Iblis is doing a good job, right? At the end of the day, my message is, my brothers died from the hands of such people, and I'm sure they had the philosophy of Iblis, of me versus them, us versus them. We are of a different material. They are not from the same material. You've got to be careful. Why? Because you're saying something that's against yourself. We actually are of the same material. And it's you who's now othering yourself as if you're from a different material yourself. Am I wrong here, Kylie, from Speaker's Corner?
I don't think so, you're wrong.
I don't think
Hassan, I totally agree with you.
Am I saying anything wrong?
No.
No. Do you think what I'm saying is fair to all man over there in East Africa, first of all, not surrenders?
Definitely, yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Am I being unfair in any way?
No, I don't think so.
Alright. Now, I hope this message goes out to Speaker's Corner, and I believe it's important. I believe, you know, I'm a founder of a project. I'm here, when I was 7 years old, I came to this country. My brother, who was here already, he's English. My stepdad is Irish. My brother and my sisters are Irish. Alright? Now, you imagine, I had to come and face racism as a primary school student and a secondary school student as a very active child. But from that, I was able to meet Prince Charles for being the most talented international student in my first year of entering this country. 2011, in my last year of secondary, 2010, sorry, there was a decision to make head boy the year 10, 1 year 10, and to make a head girl 1 year 11. The school, naturally, I was in Hembury, it was all white, mostly white. You could count the non-whites in your thickness. I decided to apply. I wasn't really hopeful. I know there was some groom for this position. More whites applied than I was the only black man, black boy, African boy that applied, yeah? We went to the room, sat down, and they said, we have chosen the head boy and head girl. The head girl is Sarah. We applauded, they were all amazed, they were like shocked. And the head boy, I was looking at the guy who I believed was going to be head boy, and the other guy, white boy was going to be head boy, looked down and said, Hassan. That day I marked history like Obama did in 2008, the first black president of America. I became the first black head boy in the whole of the UK. I was amazed. I came out that room, I went outside to the field around the building where my friends were, and they jumped on me and piled on me in celebration. Yeah, Obama, Obama! And it got nicknamed from that day Obama, because they started seeing now, if I could be head boy of an all-white school, they started saying you could well be president of an all-white country. Yeah? So upon seeing this, I started understanding anything's possible, right?
Oh, no.
Hey, boss.
I'm very sorry, but you're not allowed to have any sort of amplified sound. I know you're not very loud.
Okay. Could I just turn it down a little bit? Just
No,
so
you
this
can't
guy.
have it on at all. If these guys over here see it, they'll all want it.
Should we go down a bit more further and then over there so they can't see it?
Is there a specific reason why you're here?
Yeah, talk. Yeah, Speaker's Corner. Speak.
Speaker's Corner. Well,
Yeah.
you shouldn't have the amplified music. Shouldn't really be filming either.
Shouldn't be filming?
I know they all do it, but technically no. So if you can leave that off, if you're just recording, if you get it low enough,
Yeah.
it's picking up your voice. But if they
Definitely low
pick
for
on the
some.
fact that they're amplified,
So you're allowed to film wherever you want.
No, we're allowed to film, but the amplifier. You got a microphone anyway. Carry on, Hassan.
you're not allowed to film in the Royal Park for commercial reasons, and YouTube followers is commercial reasons.
What if we demonetize? Yeah, if you don't put it on
Just say
YouTube.
you're not a part of YouTube, innit? Simple.
What if you don't put it on YouTube?
What you put it on?
Yeah, there you go. That's a good question, isn't it? It's better.
What are you putting on?
Yeah, that's a better question than if I'm monetizing it. So the whole question comes: are you monetizing it? No. Then that's the end of the conversation, right? Am I wrong here?
No, you're right.
Am I wrong? I'm not wrong. Okay. Why am I wrong?
It doesn't have to be a commercial game.
But that's what you said to him.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons.
One of the reasons. What's the second reason?
I'm not getting into a debate with you.
I'm not wanting to debate.
I'm speaking.
They never
I told you, it all goes on.
Okay, officer, we'll cut it, but anyway. Hassan, you want to summarize your last couple of words then? Sorry about that interruption, but carry on anyway. Now you got the microphone. You're good.
Yeah. You know. Let me just tell you something about these people. Let me just put these songs here.
Should cut it and then start this another video.
No. You leave it raw, and they're gonna see what happened.
Okay.
Because this happened last time too. I was here.
The amplifier.
No. Something worse.
Yeah.
I came with my hybrid kitten,
Yeah.
and you know what happened to him?
Yeah.
Someone picked him up to steal him.
You're kidding.
My little kitten. With my wife, I came,
Yeah.
and you know what happened?
Yeah.
The police saw the man stealing it,
Yeah.
and you know what happened?
Yeah.
They went over to the man to tell him, that's mine. That's mine.
Yeah.
And they shouted at the police, screamed at them, no it's not, no it's not, it's fucking not.
Yeah.
I'm just quoting them, yeah?
Yeah, dog.
And the police said, excuse me, is this your cat? You know it's your cat, right? I said, yeah, it's my cat. Could you go, he's stealing it.
Yeah.
You're gonna prosecute him, you're gonna do something, it's on camera, everyone's recording it right now.
Yeah.
Hamza the other day said, were you with this cat the other week that was stolen? I said, yeah, this was the one, yeah. So why didn't they arrest him?
So what are you doing? Taking your cat for a walk or?
I'm founder of a project for the cat, a conservation project.
What's your project called?
Called the Great Western Bengal Project.
Great Western Bengal Project.
Bengal. Bengal.
Okay, Bengal.
Yeah, and you can find that out on Facebook. You can see the kitten, and I'm raising Asian leopards from coming from Asia, and servals from Kenya, and this is why I'm going over there to make sure my brother's okay, my mother's okay, and so I'm sort out a few business.
Again, Allah yarahmu your brother.
God have mercy on him.
Ameen,
surely.
ameen. Ya Rab,
He is
ameen, ya
the
Rab.
most compassionate, most merciful. Now, they didn't arrest him. They were sworn upon. They didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And I am telling you by God, if you don't think this message applies to that time and what it's all linked about in the Somalis and the Kenyans and the surrenderers and the faithful,
Yeah.
take a look at what just happened now. Rewind, Somali's corner. Rewind,
Somali speakers.
Somali speakers. Change it to Somali speakers corner.
Somali speakers.
I
There's
know,
already
I
a guy.
know.
There's already a guy. There's already a guy with that.
Somali speakers
My
corner.
my channel works. Just let's carry on. Let's carry on. Let's carry. That's it.
Somali speakers, listen.
Yeah, thank you.
Rewind that
Yeah.
and take a look at what happened, what occurred,
Yeah.
and who escalated what, and who lied,
Yeah.
who told the truth,
Yeah.
who was wanting answers,
Yeah.
who was wanting to debate.
Yeah.
Right? Take a look at that. And
Speakers.
and take a
Somali
look.
speakers. You how many? You've been on my channel so many times. They love you on this.
MashaAllah, Allah my brothers, Somalis and sisters, man.
When you're ready, I wanna.
Inshallah. Sorry for that, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, go on, Shamsi. Carry on. Do you wanna wrap? Let's wrap it up now. It's been half an hour.
Yeah. If you don't see, that's the basic philosophy of Azazel right there.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Right? It's a system, and you may try and talk justice, and they may try and talk justice, but they'll talk justice with a smile on your face and stab you in the back. Just because they're more smiley with you, as Malcolm X said. As Malcolm X said, watch out for those who come presenting themselves as angels,
Yeah.
but they're nothing but devils.
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam, brother Hassan. Let's cut it.